most dramatic so far, 48 kilometers from Savines-de-Lac to Gap, the capital of the Haute-Alpes region. Yes, you can see the profile, a series of early climbs, a long downhill midsection, and a long mixed run-in to the finish line. Beautiful view, beautiful venue. Savines-le-Lac, but the tension building roadsides. Martinez carrying a 1 minute and 24-second lead overall, ahead of Paarlhuber and Rune Højdahl. So quickly on to the rough stuff, tightly bunched at first, but soon splintering as they approached the 12-kilometer point in the climb. Roberto Lazin, the early leader, close behind, a bunch including, guess who, Martinez and Paarlhuber. It's a real battle royal developing between those two. Very rocky indeed. No chances taken on the downhill sections. And so uphill towards Scherien, Bruschi, Paarlhuber, De Poy, Martinez, Rasmussen, Evans, Højdahl, Christensen, and a gentleman called Yada Zoli, who we'll see more of later. So the first assistant points, time to take on water. And indeed Martinez was to complain about this later on, saying that they only provide water during the faster sections, and he missed a drink and faded a little, but he did recover later, it has to be said. So climbing once again up towards the Forêt de Bartier, almost at the top, and you can see just what the riders are having to put up with. Well, downhill again. Two major descents separated by a short series of climbs, and Højdahl looking very good indeed. Michael Rasmussen of the Danish national team and Roberto Lazin from Spain. David Orsal of the Sun team, also over the rocks. Punctures, there certainly were aplenty on the day. Jan Weavers in trouble. Quickly remedied. On the downhill section, of course, time is of the essence. Yes, it was to be a great day for Diamondback, and I can tell you, a disaster for Volvo Cannondale. Cadel Evans, a World Cup leader, in all sorts of trouble. Yes, two punctures in succession was to throw the 21-year-old Australian back by some 2 minutes and 53 seconds off the pace. And if that wasn't bad enough, his teammate and early leader Jean-Christophe Savignoni was even further behind, 5 minutes and 50 seconds off the pace after 3 punctures for the Frenchman, effectively ending his challenge for the day. So the riders now on the day's longest descent, all the way from La Gontard at 23 kilometers towards La Mortoret, 5 kilometers further on. 9 riders in control at this point, all making the break. Paarlhuber, the world champion, Zoli, Saucer, all 3 of those from Diamondback, followed by Højdahl, Martinez, Christensen, De Poy, Erisset, and Massimo De Bertolis. So now the gauntlet thrown down. Lenny Christensen is leading, the winner last time around. Yada Zoli, 4th in the Italian Championship, almost alongside with Erisset. Following them by just 5 seconds, De Poy, De Bertolis, Højdahl, Paarlhuber, and Martinez. Incredible that he was to hold on after missing that drink section. There he is at the back in the silver and green leader's jersey. Well, still in touch, but the race was going on just ahead of them. Christensen looking very good indeed. Yada Zoli marking his man. And soon the final run-in. It really was between Christensen and Zoli. Nobody, least of all either of these two, knew who was going to be the winner before the final bends. But it was Zoli, and weren't they pleased at Diamondback? Well, this was not a chance victory, said Zoli. The attack was planned. Paarlhuber said to go for it. There were 3 Sunriders, 3 Diamondbacks up front. Well, at the start I was working for Paarlhuber, but on that flat section, towards the end, it was impossible for Paarlhuber to break from Martinez. So he said, you're the sprint man, just enjoy yourself and go for it. Well, he certainly did that. Christophe Herisset finishing 3rd, Christophe Dupuy in 4th, ahead of Rune Hoydal, and then Miguel Martinez and Hubert Paarlhuber coming home together ahead of Massimo De Bertolis. And so the Alpine horns bidding a fond farewell to us all as we head down towards the Alps des Hauts-de-Provence. Time for a little bit of rest and recuperation for everybody. Yes, aching limbs as well as machines attended to, as always, by an extensive backup crew. And time for the contestants such as Mr. Cadel Evans to look at the day ahead. Well, there's a transition stage as well every day where the riders get a chance to actually talk to each other. Cyril Bonnard turning interviewer for us.
What is interesting in the liaison stage?
Oh, the view, the scenery, and yeah, it's a good training ride. That's the main thing.
So the fortress town of Sisteron beckoning us for day 4.